Zero-calorie cola.
Zero-calorie cola. I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
The vending machine gets restocked. End of the day, every single zero-calorie cola is gone. But all the regular cola,
Mm-hmm.
still there, just like staring back at me.
Really? Huh. In my office, it's the total opposite. Like, I
Yes.
swear I get these looks every time I grab a zero-calorie cola at lunch.
Yeah. It's like there's this like shift happening. More and more people going for the zero calorie. But then some people they're sticking with the classic, you know.
Yeah, yeah. It just makes you wonder why, right? Is it just about health, or is there something else going on? Like
Pretty
maybe
much.
maybe social pressure, or even just people's tastes changing.
Well, one of my coworkers, she was telling me she lost like 10 pounds just from switching to zero-calorie cola.
Yeah.
She swears up and down that's all she changed.
Well, sure, cutting out all that sugar can definitely help if you're trying to lose weight. But, 10 pounds, I kind of doubt that was the only thing she changed. Probably some other stuff going on too, like maybe her diet overall or how much she's exercising.
Yeah, true. But her story, I think it just goes to show how much more aware people are of what they're drinking these days. It's not just about the taste anymore. It's about trying to be healthier too.
For sure. And sometimes even those healthier choices, they come with their own things to think about. Like my doctor actually told me I should be careful with even zero-calorie cola because of the acid. It's not great for your teeth apparently.
Oh, really? That's good to know. What did she say you should do?
Well, she said using a straw is good. It helps to keep the cola off your teeth. And drinking water afterwards can help too. It sort of neutralizes the acid. Oh, and don't brush your teeth right after. Wait at least like 30 minutes.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's a good reminder that even when you're trying to be healthy, there's always those little things to watch out for.
Totally. And speaking of healthy choices, I've noticed that some offices are moving like way beyond soda these days. They're offering things like sparkling water with fruit in it or even kombucha on tap.
Yeah. A friend of mine, her office just got this fancy sparkling water dispenser, you know. You can add all kinds of fresh fruit to it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it seems like there's this real push to give people healthier, more interesting options instead of sugary drinks. It's not just about saying like no soda anymore. It's about giving people tasty, fun stuff that's actually good for them too.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's like this whole new world of drinks is opening up and people are trying all sorts of new things. But it still makes me wonder, is this zero-calorie cola thing, is it just a fad or is it really here to stay?
That's the big question, right? Like I think there are a few things to think about here. First off, people are way more aware of the health risks of sugary drinks now, and I don't see that changing anytime soon.
Yeah, you've got all those public health campaigns talking about sugar and how it's linked to things like diabetes and heart disease.
Exactly. And second, you've got all these big beverage companies. They're putting tons of money into making and selling zero-calorie options. They see this as a huge opportunity, so I doubt they're going to let it disappear easily.
That makes sense. I mean, they're really working on making zero-calorie cola taste better and appeal to more people.
True, but there's another side to this whole thing too. The science behind all these artificial sweeteners, it's constantly changing, and there's still a lot of debate about what they might do to your health in the long run.
Yeah, that's true. I've seen some studies that raise concerns, but then others say they're perfectly safe. It's hard to know what to believe sometimes.
It's definitely complicated, and it's important to stay informed and make choices that feel right for you. At the end of the day, the future of zero-calorie cola, it probably comes down to a bunch of things, like how much people want it, what the science says, and even social trends.
So it's not just about what's actually in the can, it's about how people see these drinks and how they fit into their lives.
Exactly. It's about the taste, the health stuff, the social pressure, even our own personal values.
It's kind of amazing how something as simple as a can of cola can lead to such a complex and interesting conversation.
It really is, and I think this is just the beginning. There's so much more to explore, from the science of artificial sweeteners to how these companies market zero-calorie cola and what's driving its popularity.
Well, on that note, I think it's time to take a little sip of knowledge, so to speak, and really dive deep into some of these fascinating topics.
After the break, we'll be exploring the world of artificial sweeteners. We'll talk about their history, how they work, and all that debate about their potential effects on our health. We'll also look at how beverage companies are marketing zero-calorie cola and what's making it so popular.
So stay tuned for more insights and thought-provoking discussions. And hey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give us a like if you're enjoying the deep dive. We'll be right back with part 2. Welcome back to the deep dive. Before we took that pause, we were talking about how popular zero-calorie cola is becoming and all the things that might be contributing to its rise.
Yeah, it's like a whole new world of soda has opened up. I remember when Diet Cola was the only option, and it wasn't exactly known for its great taste.
That's so true. The early artificial sweeteners, they definitely had some drawbacks, like that metallic aftertaste some people got, but the science of sweeteners has come a long way.
So let's talk about those artificial sweeteners. What exactly are they, and how do they, like, trick our taste buds into thinking we're drinking something sugary? Well, artificial sweeteners, they're basically synthetic compounds that are designed to mimic the sweetness of sugar without all the calories. They work by stimulating the same taste receptors on our tongues as sugar does.
So it's like a little chemistry magic show happening in our mouths.
Exactly. And there are actually quite a few different types of artificial sweeteners out there, each with its own unique properties and taste profile. Some of the most common ones you'll find in zero-calorie cola include aspartame, sucralose, and acesulfame potassium.
I've definitely seen those names on ingredient lists, but I have to admit I don't really know the difference between them. Do they all taste the same?
Not at all. They each have their own distinct sweetness and aftertaste, which is why some people prefer certain zero-calorie colas over others. For example, aspartame is known for its clean sweetness, while sucralose tends to be more intense and linger a bit longer on the palate.
So it's like choosing between different types of sugar, but without the calories.
That's a good way to think about it. And this variety in taste is one of the reasons why the zero-calorie cola market has become so diverse. Companies are experimenting with different sweetener blends to create unique flavor profiles that appeal to a wider range of consumers.
It's interesting how taste preferences can be so personal. One of my friends swears by a particular brand of zero-calorie cola,
Mm.
but to me it tastes a bit artificial. She thinks the one I like tastes like chemicals.
That's the beauty of taste. It's subjective and influenced by so many factors, from our individual genetics to our past experiences with different flavors. And this variability in taste is part of what makes the world of beverages so fascinating.
But while taste is important, I know there are also a lot of questions about the safety of artificial sweeteners.
Mhm.
I've heard everything from claims that they cause cancer to rumors that they make you crave more sugar.
You're right. The debate about the health effects of artificial sweeteners has been going on for decades. And it's important to acknowledge that there have been some studies that raised concerns about potential links to certain health issues. But it's also crucial to note that many of these studies have been contradicted by other research, and the scientific consensus is still evolving.
So it's like a giant puzzle where we're still trying to put all the pieces together.
Exactly. And it's a puzzle that's made even more complex by the fact that everyone's body is different. What might affect one person negatively could have no impact on someone else. It's why it's always a good idea to talk to your doctor or a registered dietitian if you have specific concerns about artificial sweeteners or any other dietary choices.
That's good advice. It's easy to get caught up in all the headlines and conflicting information, but ultimately we need to make choices that feel right for our own individual health needs.
I completely agree. And I think it's also important to remember that moderation is key. Whether you're drinking regular cola, zero-calorie cola, or even just water, it's all about finding a balance that works for you.
That makes a lot of sense. It's like that old saying, too much of a good thing can be a bad thing.
Exactly. But let's shift gears for a moment and talk about how these companies are convincing people to choose zero-calorie cola. It's not just about the taste or even the health claims. There's a whole world of marketing at play.
Oh, absolutely. I've noticed that the advertising for zero-calorie cola has gotten really sophisticated.
Hmm.
It's not just about dieters anymore. They're targeting everyone from athletes to busy professionals.
That's right. They're using aspirational imagery and language that connects with a broader audience. It's all about feeling good, being active, and making smart choices.
Yeah.
They're associating zero-calorie cola with a healthy and fulfilling lifestyle.
It's like they're trying to rebrand zero-calorie cola as something cool and desirable, not just a guilt-free alternative.
You hit the nail on the head. They're tapping into our desires to be healthy, fit, and socially connected. And they're using celebrities, influencers, and even user-generated content to create a sense of community around their products.
It's fascinating how marketing can shape our perceptions and influence our choices. I remember when I was a kid, all the cola commercials were about having fun and being part of the in crowd. Now it's all about wellness and individual empowerment.
It's a reflection of how our values and priorities have shifted over time. And marketers are very good at adapting to those changes. They're constantly studying consumer behavior and finding new ways to connect with their target audience.
It's like a game of cat and mouse, with consumers becoming more savvy and marketers trying to stay one step ahead.
Exactly. But let's not give marketers all the credit. Consumers are also driving this shift toward healthier choices. People are becoming more educated about nutrition and more aware of the impact their choices have on their health and the environment.
It's like a two-way street with both consumers and companies influencing each other.
I think that's a great way to put it. And this interplay between consumer demand and market innovation is what makes the beverage landscape so dynamic and constantly evolving.
It's exciting to think about what the future holds for the world of beverages. Will we see even more innovative zero-calorie options? Or will there be a shift toward entirely new categories of drinks that meet our evolving needs and desires?
Those are great questions, and I think we're just beginning to scratch the surface of what's possible. As technology advances and our understanding of taste and nutrition deepens, we can expect to see even more creative and personalized beverage options in the future.
So while the zero-calorie cola craze is definitely a fascinating phenomenon, it might just be a glimpse into a much larger transformation happening in the beverage industry.
Absolutely. And this transformation is being shaped by a complex interplay of factors, from scientific advancements to evolving consumer preferences to the ever-present influence of marketing. It's a dynamic and exciting world, and we'll continue to explore it after a quick break. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to the deep dive. Before the break, we were talking about how the future of beverages might look with all these new tastes and trends popping up.
It really feels like we're on the verge of a beverage revolution. It's
Yeah.
it's not just about quenching our thirst anymore. It's about finding drinks that align with our values, our health goals, and even our desire for adventure.
I love that idea of a beverage adventure. It's like we're explorers discovering new flavors and ingredients.
And these new discoveries are being fueled by some pretty amazing innovations. We're seeing drinks with functional benefits like added vitamins, minerals, or even adaptogens.
Adaptogens, those sound pretty intense. What exactly are they?
Adaptogens are basically natural substances, usually herbs or mushrooms, that are believed to help our bodies adapt to stress and maintain balance.
So it's like giving our bodies a little extra support to handle the ups and downs of daily life.
Exactly. And there are all sorts of adaptogens out there, each with its own unique properties. Some are known for boosting energy, while others help promote relaxation or improve focus.
It's fascinating how we're incorporating these ancient remedies into modern beverages. It's like
Mm.
blending the wisdom of the past with the innovation of the present.
It's a beautiful fusion, and it speaks to our growing desire for natural and holistic approaches to health and well-being. But beyond functional benefits, we're also seeing a surge in beverages that prioritize sustainability.
Yes. I've noticed more and more brands using eco-friendly packaging and talking about their commitment to to responsible sourcing.
Consumers are becoming increasingly aware of the environmental impact of their choices, and they're demanding more transparency and accountability from the companies they support.
It's like we're voting with our wallets, choosing brands that align with our values.
Exactly. And this consumer activism is driving real change in the beverage industry. Companies are realizing that they need to prioritize sustainability if they want to stay competitive.
It's inspiring to see how we as consumers have the power to shape the market and push for a more sustainable future.
It's a reminder that our choices matter even when it comes to something as seemingly simple as a drink.
This whole conversation has really made me think about my own beverage journey.
Yeah.
I used to be all about sugary sodas, but now I find myself reaching for sparkling water with a squeeze of lime or a refreshing cup of herbal tea.
It's amazing how our tastes evolve as we learn and grow.
And as we become more aware of the impact our choices have on our health and the world around us.
Exactly. So whether you're a diehard zero-calorie cola fan or you're exploring the world of functional beverages and sustainable sips, remember to savor each drink and appreciate the journey that brought it to your glass.
That's such a beautiful thought. It's like we're raising a toast to innovation, sustainability, and the power of mindful consumption.
Cheers to that. And thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of beverages. We hope you've gained some new insights and maybe even discovered a few new drinks to try.
And remember, if you want to stay hydrated with knowledge, be sure to subscribe to The Deep Dive for more fascinating explorations of everyday topics. Until next time, stay curious and keep on sipping. Welcome back to The Deep Dive. Before the break, we were talking about how the future of beverages might look with all these new tastes and trends popping up.
It really feels like we're on the verge of a beverage revolution. It's not just about quenching our thirst anymore. It's about finding drinks that align with our values, our health goals, and even our desire for adventure.
I love that idea of a beverage venture. It's like we're explorers discovering new flavors and ingredients.
And these new discoveries, they're being fueled by some pretty amazing innovations. We're seeing drinks with functional benefits like added vitamins and minerals, or even adaptogens.
Adaptogens, those sound pretty intense. What exactly are they?
Adaptogens are basically natural substances, usually herbs or mushrooms, that are believed to help our bodies adapt to stress and maintain balance.
So it's like giving our bodies a little extra support to handle the ups and downs of daily life.
Exactly. And there are all sorts of adaptogens out there, each with its own unique properties. Some are known for boosting energy, while others help promote relaxation or improve focus.
It's fascinating how we're incorporating these ancient remedies into modern beverages.
Yeah.
It's like blending the wisdom of the past with the innovation of the present.
It's a beautiful fusion, and it speaks to our growing desire for natural and holistic approaches to health and well-being. But beyond those functional benefits, we're also seeing a surge in beverages that prioritize sustainability.
Yes. I've noticed more and more brands using eco-friendly packaging and talking about their commitment to responsible sourcing.
Consumers are becoming increasingly aware of the environmental impact of their choices, and they're demanding more transparency and accountability from the companies they support.
It's like we're voting with our wallets, choosing brands that align with our values.
Exactly. And this consumer activism, it's driving real change in the beverage industry. Companies are realizing that they need to prioritize sustainability if they want to stay competitive.
It's inspiring to see how we as consumers have the power to shape the market and push for a more sustainable future.
It's a reminder that our choices matter, even when it comes to something as seemingly simple as a drink.
This whole conversation has really made me think about my own beverage journey. I used to be all about sugary sodas, but now I find myself reaching for sparkling water with a squeeze of lime or a refreshing cup of herbal tea.
It's amazing how our tastes evolve as we learn and grow.
And as we become more aware of the impact our choices have on our health and the world around us.
Exactly. So whether you're a diehard zero-calorie cola fan or you're exploring the world of functional beverages and sustainable sips, remember to savor each drink and appreciate the journey that brought it to your glass.
That's such a beautiful thought. It's like we're raising a toast to innovation, sustainability, and the power of mindful consumption.
Cheers to that. And thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of beverages. We hope you've gained some new insights and maybe even discovered a few new drinks to try.
And remember, if you want to stay hydrated with knowledge, be sure to subscribe to the Deep Dive for more fascinating explorations of everyday topics. Until next time, stay curious and keep on sipping.
Thanks for joining the conversation here at Kaz English. We hope you found it fun and informative. Don't forget to check out kazapp.uk. That's kazapp.uk for more tips, resources, and interactive practice. Keep exploring, keep chatting, and we'll catch up with you again soon.